got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Here we go. If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl it.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. Now Burrow going to change things up. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Thomas. Here we go, here we go. Dot!
They will toss to Brown. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner.
Here we go, here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Our partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
McPherson for the Bengals field goal.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. 3rd down and 6. Goff now looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Still going. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
11, Big 13. Big 11, Thomas.
Here's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
And Burrow going to throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He might be being set up here for a busy ball game already. 2 kicks here in the first quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points, but what they really want is to find a way for him to kick extra points instead of field goals.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. gain of just 1.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Goff now to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
We're good.
Out of the gun, Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Detroit.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions add 6 to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 8.
Lions 14. Bengals 6.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. To the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game. The one team's
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 65 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard